What's up, y'all? It's Tuesday, October 25th, 9:46 p.m. Let's dive into it. I wanted to push out a video today to talk about some new things that are unfolding, some new data that presented itself, and in my previous scenario for BTC, I had it as this 1, 2, 3 neutral triangle, 4, and 5. This is looking less likely. I'll go over why in a bit. But before that, for now it is still valid, and this would be the 1, and then we have a 2. In order to invalidate this, I want to see a one day close above 23.4K, and we can see it. For now it's still valid. It's just I know this would be like some kind of complex flat correction going up. So let's talk about why I think it's unlikely. So the very first thing I would say is USDT.D. Right. Okay. So here, maybe I had a better chart over here. Yeah. So the very first thing for me, and if you guys don't know, if you invert the chart, it looks exactly the same as most coins like BTC, ETH. But the biggest thing to me was that I was watching this trend line that's been forming since freaking August, so it's been a long time coming, and it's been tested multiple times. Basically, if it broke up, new lows for crypto. If it broke down, it's bullish, and we still need to see confirmation on price action. But usually our side precedes price action, meaning this happens first and then price follows. So we need to see a break below here, below 7.2%, back test, and then come down, and then the likely key levels would be 6.4 and 5.5. If you look at it, it kind of looks like a Adam and Eve if you invert it. So that's one major sign that helped signal a bounce for the market. I think this is what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna capitulate here, or it's gonna break, back test, and then come down, bounce probably here again, and then come down, and then it'll range between 6.4 and 5.6. Let's look at BTC on an inverted chart as well. Yeah, I mean it's the same as USDT.D, right? It looks like it's just tapering. You could argue that it was a descending triangle, right? It was like this, but now it's kind of breaking that structure, depending how you draw it. We had multiple attempts to break, but we couldn't get there. So that's also a sign. And one thing to note, this RSI is also inverted on the inverted chart. Right now we're testing this support. If it breaks down, I mean it looks like it's trending that way. Okay, so now let's dive into the bullish count. So this is a plausible count. It looks kind of ugly, but it is valid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and an ending diagonal for 5, like this. Okay, it's very messy, but it's valid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then now we're coming up for our B wave leg, and if it is a B waves usually come to 50% or 38.2. So probably between that zone. I don't think it'll get above 30.6. I think it'll probably reject around that zone, but this is what I'm expecting. So if that would be the 5 wave count, and then we'd have something like this, right? To me, that's that's one of the two scenarios that I'm looking for. The second scenario or alternative is it, what is it? There's actually three. Okay, so this is the, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. The alternative would be, let me see. I'm debating we should just do a new chart just so I can show you guys. I'll just do it. Alright, fine, whatever. It's fine. The second case would be it's an ABC down, and now we are on a, so that was the first leg, and now it's a WXY. Right, okay, so now I think this would be the first leg, or the A, the B, and then we have C left to complete this. Change this to a different color. Right, and then if, I'm guessing the X wave would probably take just as long, or at least around that time. Let me make this, I don't know, green. So January 2023 would be a key date if this is the correct count. And C leg, we have to break above here. So I would expect, it's basically very similar to the other scenario like this, but I would expect it to somehow get a deviation, maybe around 31K. Seems, let's see what the trend-based fib brings us. Yeah, probably around 30. Okay. Yeah. So something like this. It can even form a diagonal, and then we'll come back down. So that's the second scenario. The third scenario that I'm looking for, or the third scenario that I was tracking, was that it could also be a, let me just, you know what, I'll just do this. Let's make a group of drawings. Oh, no. I'll call this, oh my God. Hide. Okay, and the second, sorry, the third, I'm losing track today. Could be a WXYXZ, right? I'm not sure how well it's supposed to channel or not, but it's not that far off. Would expect, in either case, I would expect to see slowdown if we even get there to this supply zone. It would just be back testing, so like 28 to 30. So those are the three counts I'm tracking. I am bullish right now. Reason being, if this daily RSI, if we can break out and retest and continue going further, that's good for upside in my opinion. We are at risk of a deviation if we don't see volume coming in. Right now it looks fine. It's just waiting for those EMAs. So, and then I guess the case is where is a nut low. So how I would count this off the low, I would think that this October 13th, that's a nut low, and maybe it's doing, yeah, it's just so messy. I don't know, something like this. This is something like that. ABC is messy, something of that sort, and then in this minor count, maybe like this, and then wave 3 needs to take us this high, This is a micro. This is minute. Oh, sorry, this is probably sub. Yeah, something like this is what I expect. Basically, just want to see the 4 to 8 hour EMA, and my EMAs are, where is it? 8 and 21. You want to see that being used as support. So I want to see continuation, no false deviation. All right, so that's my bullish Bitcoin counts. I had this alert set up and could have long put a stop here, and it's risk free now. But ultimately, expecting a decent bounce across the broader markets. So that's Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin dominance. Looks kind of weird. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's doing. This to me tells me that it's likely that alts are going to outperform. So there's not much to say on it. I guess on a higher time frame, it looks like this was the support zone, and it's likely to retest this EMA. But for now, it looks weak. So altcoin should be doing fine. Let's go to ETH. Where's ETH? ETH. ETH. I thought I had it somewhere. All right, we can talk about ETH through here. So provided clean setup. I was expecting 1469, so risking 1% to get an 8% gain. So this is before, and then the after is right here. So we got there. Sometimes it's as simple as like a trend line, or something as simple as this parallel channel to exit. Let's go to some counts. I thought I had a different chart up, but maybe it's on this one. Yeah, okay, here. Yeah, so it's the same case as with Bitcoin. Basically, this is I don't think it's, well, actually it's not the same. This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no way this is truncation. It's too low. It's likely that this is A, B, C, and now we're forming another A, B, C up. What are some targets for extension? There you go, somewhere up here. Likely though, we're still in this channel. It would be bullish if we break out of it, back test, and then come up. That would give me more confidence. But at the same time, there's also this 200 daily EMA coming in, and I still think this zone is hard resistance. But we'll wait and see. Yeah, this, the way I would count this, something like that for the impulse wave. And then I guess for the B wave, the subdivision, maybe like WXABCY, something like that. That's ETH. Let's talk about some other coins that I found interesting. This one I didn't tweet yet, but I was going to. So HTR, Hather? I was gonna say Hawthorne. Hawthorne. Yeah. The reason why I was bullish on it is that this major trend line was broken. It's been, I don't know, however long, since January, so almost 10 months. It's finally broken. So usually when that happens, you get a pretty big move, and right now, it looks like it's just consolidating for it. I think we can see a substantial move, probably. These are the pivots. So at least to 11 cents. I know that doesn't sound like much, but what is that? 22%, that's still pretty good. And then 18 cents. So I think I'm definitely keeping HTR on my watch. I definitely want to bag, and I want to see some continuation here. In terms of the count, I don't know if it ends here or here. And this kind of looks very triangular, so I don't. If anything, maybe it's gonna form some kind of flat like this. We get a 3, and then another 3, and then it comes up. So maybe something like that. That's what I'm expecting, but it should get a decent bounce soon. That's HTR. Another one I like. I mean, most of them are looking good. I like AVAX. Basically, I like any of the coins that break major channels. AVAX is one of them. SENSO is pretty interesting, but looks kind of. Usually, this is an accumulation pattern, but looks kind of like it's fading. The move is fading, and I'm not sure where this liquidity is coming from. I'm not sure if there's news or foundational drivers in terms of the whole market, like the reverse repo bill is becoming more available or whatever, or maybe these are just shorts covering or a combination of both. Sol looks good too. If we are locally bottomed, not a bad spot if you want to long here. Use red as stop, and then I would just target 47 or to touch the trend line. OP, I'm not fond of it right now. It's testing this channel. I would expect this to get filled like either a wick or a body to the 8 EMA, so looking for like 88 cents. Basically anything that's highlighted here, these are on my watch list. All right, so that's DOT had a pretty big move. If you already missed the initial move, don't worry, just wait for the pullback. And by wait for the pullback, what do you mean by that? Basically, once we see like 5 waves, then you will get a 3 wave back, and then you just re-long here and then shoot up. All right, let's see if MATIC is in here. I know I went over a setup too. Oh yeah, it's this morning. I said MATIC, if you want to scalp, came along here with tight stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went for equal range around 91 cents. It exceeded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went to 94 cents. So there's 5 waves in on MATIC. Should expect to pull back right now. And I will say it's one of the outliers I didn't see break. It's pretty strong. It's kind of the same. You can either count it like this, like 5 waves are in, and then we're in a ABC up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Or you can count it as, oh my god, like this, and then now well, I guess it's pretty similar, like this. We're just gonna have to wait and see. On macro wise, it does look like it is missing a 5th wave. I had saved. Oh, So maybe it's like this. Maybe it's like that. Yeah, so interesting times ahead. TLDR, I am bullish. One last thing, sorry. We'll talk about total. Yeah, so the fact that this broke out here is good to me. So just TLDR remain. Sorry, this should not say trunk. Is it truncation? Yeah, actually, that's fine. To me, just remain long and strong with stop at red, and then caution around this supply zone, and that's it. Just reiterating, look out for Bitcoin 1DR side to break out. Look for USDT to fall down, and then you want to see these EMAs being used to support. We do not want to see them cross back down. This is a good stop loss. You could even raise it up here. It's likely just to wait for this to catch up, and then it'll keep going up. So that's my video market update. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. And just stay safe, guys. Peace.